Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we'll continue building financial model for your business idea. This model will be helpful for you if you have different locations. If you're choosing between different locations for your business idea, you have different types of rent payments, and you can just copy this financial model for different locations and see which location is preferable. So in previous videos we've set up blue colors, blue cells are the inputs. So here we start with specifying the rent parameters, how many square meters or how many square feet you have in your location, what is the price per square feet or square meter, what is the amount of deposit, what is the grace period for rent payments, when you start getting the first revenues, what is the duration of the investment stage. Then you specify the investment stage expenses before you start getting the revenues. So what do you invest in, how much you invest in. Then we move to the revenue parameters. We have 5 types of customers. You can switch them on and off. You can specify average check for them for each type of customer. Here you can specify the level of direct expenses from the average check. Also we have coefficients for all of these parameters to make us easily play during scenario modeling. Then we have as one of revenue parameters, we have customer life cycle, which is specified in months. So customer type 1, this customer stays with us for 4 months, this one for 8 months, 12, and so on. Purchasing, so his average check will be $20 and he will stay with us for example 4 months, and then he will disappear. So this will make us, this is some kind of a churn rate. This will make our revenues more accurate, our direct expenses more accurate, so we'll be given more accurate simple discounted payback period, net present value, and so on. So then we specify the amount of new customer that project for the first 36 months of, from the moment when we start the operating activity. Then we extrapolate the end values. Then we specify purchases per month. Does each customer type inside his life cycle. So the customer type number 1, its life cycle is 4 months. Inside 1 month, this type of customer makes 2 purchases. This customer stays with us for 8 months, purchasing 3 times a month. So here we can here we specify the portrait, the purchase behavior of our 5 types of customers. So we calculate the revenues, and now we are moving to, now we have to do the same exercise for direct expenses. So what I will do, I will just copy these tables. We'll call it direct expenses. Inside average check. I will change the color for this group of tables. Here I will name the table. This table will be renamed direct expenses consolidation.
So these cells will be expenses, so I will mark them with red. They will later go to the cash flow statement.
I won't touch these cells because they will be recalculated. So what we need for direct expenses, I will just unhide all these cells. So we need amount of checks. So we need amount of checks first of all for direct expenses. Here they are. Then we also need transposed amount of customers. Which comes from the end of this data. Here it is. And the third component that we need for direct expense calculation is direct expense value inside the average check. So direct expenses will be here, these values. So this is the third component of this formula. So what I'm doing now, I'm just going back to the table where I will be writing the formula. So direct expenses, I'm pressing equals, and I'm taking the amount of checks. Then the second component is transposed amount of customers, which come to us at specific moment. And I'm freezing here the column. Then, and this third component is the average expense, the expense inside the average check. And here I'm freezing the cell completely. So now I'm pressing enter. I just want to check, double check this value. Oh, it's okay. So I'm pressing enter, then I'm extrapolating this formula to the bottom and to the right. So these are direct expenses. Then I copy this cell with formula, then I paste it here for the next type of customer, move to the line where we write the formula, and I have to relocate this cell from this place to the customer type number 2. Then I press enter, and doing the same exercise for the customer type number 2. Then I'm doing the same story for customer type number 3. Then we move into the customer type number 4. So frankly speaking, the more detailed financial model is, the more persuasive you will be, first of all, for yourself, to persuade yourself to start the business. So when you start a business, you have to be absolutely confident about that you have enough money to start it, and a financial model gives you a scenario analysis capability to look at different scenarios of operating activity, of investment stage, expenses, to make you feel comfortable about the amount of money you have, that it is enough to start the business the way you want. So customer type number 4. So you are not doing this model for your business partners, for bankers, for investors. No, you're doing this model first of all for yourself, because you have to be honest with yourself first of all. That's why you need detailization. So customer type number 4. And the last one. So now we've calculated direct expenses. Now they flow here. So if you look at this formula, this will give us a total for the customer type number 5. Here it is. The same story will be for customer type number 4. This will be total for customer type number 4 direct expenses. So now we have here we have direct expenses calculated. They will go to the cash flow statement. So now we can move, the next stage will be calculating the amount of customers at any given moment inside the timeline, because we need to link other direct expenses that are not sitting inside the average check to the amount of customers. So we'll be calculating the amount of customer in the next videos. So if you find this video valuable, you may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.